Level up, level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball, waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm tryna go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she tryna kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball, waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm tryna go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she tryna kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough.
Are live on YouTube and maybe TikTok.
No.
Just live on YouTube. I just got notification from Baron and he's very frustrated. Black man on the loose. You know he mad. He cheer up, Baron. It's gonna be okay. As he curses everything that's web P. Shout out to the chat. Arcade is already in the building. Appreciate you, Arcade 42, 47,
Hmm.
45, 47. Appreciate you coming through. Bordy McBoard. We love you, Bordy. We saw you doing your thingy thing, doing your thing the other day.
Can't
And I
believe
was in
you
the
just
stream
said
and I
that.
wanted to spam sandwich emotes, but there was no sandwich emotes. And it made me sad. But you was doing your professional thing, so I didn't want to be reckless. But thank you for coming through, Bordy McBoard. You got to big favor, hit that like button. Helps us out a whole bunch. All about the Benjamins, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're trying to get some money around these parts. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Again, hit that like button, share the stream. It helps us out a whole bunch, per usual. Let's get going with the introductions. We have a lot to talk about tonight. We got some to talk about. Let's get going with my right hand. Man, the floor hugger with the hardest of ours.
That face you're making. I'm gonna leave it alone. We ain't gonna start off reckless. What's up, everybody? It's Wednesday. It's April 19th. You know what tomorrow is. 420. We're about to have a good time tonight. Talk some games. Talk some not really gaming stuff, but still gaming stuff because it relates to Twitch. And we're just gonna be sexy and have fun tonight. So let us know how everything is.
Hey B, we got a chat. If good evening, level one family from Garcia. I need you to do what his emojis are doing.
Let me see. I hate life. Let's see.
You got to do that. You got to do his emoji.
Technology. That's right.
He's
boy.
like, I'm trying to do my best to get over to see what the hell he's talking about.
Be adults tomorrow. Hey, you caught strays last week.
It's okay. I'll do it for you. But that ain't it. However, if your emails is popping and your DMs is full, that's because the communication director level game trying to get a hold of you, baby. Brand 7, what's going on, Chief?
Oh, just having a grand time. I'm happy to be here. Everything's okay. There's no Warren Bossing say. And we'll be live on TikTok eventually.
Eventually.
Technology.
At some point. Rip. Last but not least, marketing manager at Freedom Games, right in co-host at Level 1 Gaming. She's doing a million things like dance for games and co-creating. If you make fun of my accent, you won't putting and flying. Des, what's going on, my love?
Hey guys, it's good to be here. Also, this weekend, if you're interested, the Gamehurst is doing a professional boot camp, which I'm going to be speaking at. So definitely, I'll be posting information about that all over my Twitter. And yeah, the Dames for Games thing. If you know anyone who is interested and is a female-led or co-led developing team or studio, please sign up. We've had such an overwhelming amount of people be in this, and it's incredible. So I'm super excited about that. It is time to highlight women in the industry and outside of the industry because we love games just as much as the boys. So yeah. Good to be here.
I don't even like video games. I just talk about it. I don't play games.
That's true.
I just like to talk about it, see if I can get any clout off of it. Because video games.
Ooh,
Speaking of video games, if you guys are into action RPGs, pixel art, I put up a preview earlier today for a game called Evil Wizard. It is done by Rubber Duck Rubber Duck Games. Make sure you guys go and check out that preview. Sing the song, sucker.
I did already. I don't know the rest. That was it.
Oh,
okay. Let me explain something to you guys. I'm a mumbler and a flow beat follower. Lyrics are not my thing, so I don't care how much I listen to a song. I will not know the lyrics. But I will hum the hell out of it. And I could probably even tell you the first place I heard it. But lyrics, nah. Give me Courage the Cowardly Dog over a sick beat any day, and I'm with it.
Listen, I want to jump right into. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Hugs.
Are we gonna do that thing we talked about with the codes today?
Snap. Listen. Let's go into our personal message and figure out how we want to do that. That is a thing we need to do. Cause we shout out to Des and shout out to Freedom Games. I'm gonna let y'all do that to talk about.
how you just did that.
Stay
Yeah,
tuned.
we can definitely do it. Like,
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna do it when the game
So
was
let's
being
do it.
streamed. So I think I was just
Yes.
confused. I
Okay.
was waiting on that.
Let's do it next
So
week. Let's
yeah,
do it
for
next
sure.
week.
Next week, I'll
Let's
grab
do
the
it next week.
codes
All right.
tonight.
If y'all want to get some, we'll do it next week. We're giving away some stuff. Okay, it's something next week. I want to jump in the first topic because I want to talk about Oxenfree. Okay, Oxenfree was shown today, I believe, at the Nintendo Indie Show. Shout out to the Iron Lords podcast. Yes.
Oh yeah, congratulations on 300.
Blessed
$300.
down the Iron Lords podcast with the rating. Shout out to listen. That 300 episode was amazing. Shout out to Cognito, King, Sav, Addict. Shout out to all of them for coming through because that not coming through for the raid, but shout out to them for all their hard work for 300 episodes. That's a lot of episodes to keep people entertained, and they do an amazing job of it. Shout out to them, all right? But I'll go over to Oxenfree. So we know Night School Studios was bought out by Netflix not too long ago. So Night School Studios was at the Indie Direct today, and they announced Oxenfree 2 is a thing, okay? It is coming to Netflix, which how the hell do you play games on Netflix? I don't understand. Is there that thing? It's coming to Netflix, PS4,
Moonlighter was on there
PS5,
for a
Switch.
bit.
That's true.
No Xbox. No Xbox, even though the original game was on Xbox. And I get it, these things happen for certain titles, like Hellblade 2 is going to be only on Xbox, even though Hellblade 1 was on PlayStation. I get that, right? But that's typically when a console maker buys up a studio. For all intents and purposes, Netflix is third party. They're third party, whatever they are going to be, right? So Oxenfree 2, and it's not just Oxenfree, right? That's in the title. That's what we make a of conversation. We look at Octopath Traveler 2. The original game was on Xbox, right? It was an Xbox Game Pass. A lot of people on Twitter today have said to me, "Hey, I played Oxenfree on Xbox." Right? That's how I got introduced to Oxenfree. So you look at a games like Oxenfree 2, Octopath Traveler 2. Is this? It's a small sample, and I understand that. I don't want to make a mountain out of a molehill, right? I don't want to be that guy that seems like I'm taking anything and making it a big deal. However, this kind of goes along with the trend of games seemingly unnecessarily missing Xbox, right? Because it's on PlayStation, it's on Switch, it's on Netflix, whatever the heck that may be, right? So Des, I'm gonna switch over to you. Is this a problem for Microsoft to be missing out on these sequels to these games, no matter how small it may be?
I don't think so. I don't know. I know that Netflix has been trying to get into like the gaming community, like the industry for a while. So I feel like we're going to see a lot more of these things happening. And maybe because they are like quote unquote smaller titles, Xbox is not really worried about them. But then again, it seems like AAA studios are going through a transitional period. So I really don't know what's happening right now. You know what I mean? Like every day there's something new in the news that we're all like surprised about, like what's going on. It's a huge transitional period, and I think we really need to just wait and see what's going to happen, because we're going to have all these questions, but we're not going to get answers.
That's true.
What about UB? Let's swing out of you, because again, it's because I don't understand the Final Fantasy thing, the Final Fantasy pixel games being on everything but Xbox. I get it, but I don't get it because we know how Square Enix doesn't like Microsoft. For whatever the case may be, the proof is in the pudding. I know there are certain games that have come over. Square Enix don't rock with Xbox. They don't, right? So I kind of get that. So you had that recently. Of course, I talked about Octopath Traveler 2, and then now Oxenfree, a game that a lot of people initially played on Xbox. Is this something that's a growing trend? And I want to say this too, B. I've seen a lot of people respond to this by saying, "Oh, this is why Microsoft is buying up all your Playville publishers." Like that's a bad way to look at it, in my opinion. Like Microsoft shouldn't have to buy you to get you to put games on their platform. There has to be something else, right?
I'll say this. When it comes to Xbox competing with streaming services is why Oxenfree is on everything other than Xbox. if Xbox was not trying to compete, because it's funny having Dez on. It always brings like the back end business end of it, and takes so much. Like we're the store shop. We're here. We walk in. What do we see? What do we have access to? She's on the back end, and she sees what's going on and how things move. So hearing her thought, like they probably don't even care, and I'm like, they probably don't, because they are competition for Netflix. How many free movies have you gotten in Game Pass in the last couple months? I think like 3. I think they just gave away a Game Pass Ultimate movie. Now, I'm not trying to say Game Pass is trying to compete with Netflix streaming services, but Netflix is trying to compete with Game Pass if they're trying to get into the gaming market. You immediately became competition the moment you started bringing games onto your service. So I'm thinking because I think that's why, and that's Nintendo. Even if they did have a streaming service, it would be in a league of its own, and there's no need to even try to compete. PlayStation is slowly getting there, but it's nowhere near what Game Pass is. I think that's why we're not seeing Oxenfree on Xbox, just because of the direct competition. Especially if you're trying to get people within your service, which is weird though, because in terms of streaming services, Netflix, in terms of like, I don't know numbers, but I just remember Netflix being the very first streaming service that I actually paid for with my own money.
Why would Netflix compete with Xbox? I understand
Because
Amazon.
Yeah.
Netflix though, like this is they're getting into gaming, but they're mostly about movies, right? So if you're gonna own an IP, go ahead.
There was an article at the 2021, like midway through 2020, when we were having our pastrami sandwich, that said, I think it was the CEO of Netflix. They said that our competition is not Prime. It is not anything else. It is video games, because now people have time to sit and play the video games, where at night they would watch their TV shows, but now they can sit and play for 8 hours. They can play their video game. So it makes sense that they're competing with Netflix, because people are still working from home, or maybe people have transitioned to working from home. So it's like, I have 8 hours to play this video game instead of my 45 minutes I had to watch like an episode of an anime or something, or some Netflix show. So it's like, I would rather play the video game that's going to take me on a grand adventure than a show that I have to wait for next week to get the final product, when I can get a game done in a weekend.
Also, people are binging shows like so quickly. Like Netflix can't keep up.
Literally,
like,
we just saw
they
that.
cannot keep up. So like, that's another reason why they're getting into gaming, because you could play a game for hours and hours, and then there's the replay value. So like, Netflix is trying to do it all.
They are.
And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I like it. I like the pivot. I really do. Just like when they first pivoted heavy into anime, when they pivoted heavy into Korean and African shows, when they pivoted, like I love it, because that means you're trying. That means nobody wants to be best blockbuster again. Like you're making moves to to adjust. And I just hope that they do something cool with them closing down DVD sales and like our DVD rentals, and they do like a big blowout website sale, like where you can go in and buy DVDs for a little bit of nothing. I really hope they do something like that, because that would be cool. I would go grab a bunch of stuff, because they got TV series and everything that you probably would pay a fortune for if you seen somewhere else. So Netflix, if you're listening to this, or if you got somebody combing through anytime anybody says the word Netflix, put it on sale. Like, don't just lock that up in a crate somewhere. Like, really put that out on the internet. You already have everybody's address. Like, just put it out so people could buy it, because there's plenty of stuff, plenty of physical media that I would buy. 100%.
Shout out to THX1138 or Thanks 1138. You're gonna be thanks now. It might not be thanks. It might be, but I'm gonna say thanks. Thanks. Thank you. $2 super chat says Netflix games are the publishers of Oxenfree too. I know a lot of people on Twitter didn't catch that. When I tweeted that out earlier, a bunch of people were like, "Oh my god, what is?" But it being on Netflix, not Xbox. Well, it was Netflix's choice, right? Because they are the publisher. Yeah. They own the studio, right? What I don't understand, we talk about them saying that video games are their competition, but why just this one video game publication
Because
You know
it
why?
started small.
competition, and no
Because
Sony.
they're
If
already
video
embedded.
games get competition, why is it just Xbox?
Let me tell you why. Because above all, no matter what, Microsoft isn't just about every home that has a computer. If you have some form of technology in your home, that's a cell phone, that is a computer, that is a tablet, Microsoft is in some way, shape, or form already in the home. So if I'm already in the home of all technology, of course you're my competition. Like, because Netflix was the streaming service that was in majority of homes.
Yep.
So now I got to compete for people's eyes and time, which gaming is obviously became the biggest form of entertainment globally. From what I read, I don't,
I
of
think
course,
so,
it
yeah.
wasn't like I was out
Yeah,
doing deep
I would
research.
agree with you on that.
But that's why I'm not gonna aid in the one people who already have me beaten every other angle.
I
Yeah.
agree. And honestly, it's the naturally it's the next step. Like they already have movies, they already have series. The next step is to go to what is entertaining people. So if they're gonna go to games, then their main competition is going to be Microsoft, not because of the games that Microsoft has, but because of the money and the amount that Microsoft can.
Well, if that's the case,
put into
Microsoft's
publishers.
everyone's competition.
Yes. Yeah, well, that's
Microsoft
that's
is,
exactly the point.
That is it.
man,
Yeah.
Phil Spencer
Okay.
said it, bro. He said it back. What was it, like February 2020 or 2022? I think it was 2020. I used to quote it all the time. We are not competing with Nintendo and Sony. Our competition is Google and Amazon. He
I
said that.
get Google and Amazon. I get that, but Netflix.
Yes.
Netflix is okay.
Netflix
With all the
shouldn't
issues.
See Microsoft as
Microsoft
a competitor.
isn't.
They have to.
I can see if
Microsoft's not looking
Microsoft was-
at. They're not looking at Netflix as a competitor. Netflix is
Netflix is looking at Microsoft
Yeah.
as a competitor.
And they're not worried about Sony because Sony leans on Microsoft's system to get the cloud out, and they'll probably never build their own. They'll never build their own because why would you, like, you don't got the, you're not going to spend that to get that infrastructure when something already exists and it's already embedded in all of society across the planet. You're not Amazon.
It's about the money at the end of the day. Like,
And then-
honestly, that's what it's about. It's about the money at the end of the day.
Another thing we're not even taking into account, they could have a year whatever exclusivity, and then they come to Xbox with a special edition, like Tomb Raider did. Remember, Tomb Raider: Rise of the Tomb Raider was released first on Xbox,
Oxenfree
and
got
then
enough
had
clout
its
to be
25th.
pulling-
Oxenfree.
I'd buy a physical. I'd buy a physical of it.
Oh yeah,
I got a
it's really good
physical,
game.
a special edition of Loop Hero right here. So I'm not like I'm telling you, one thing I love about indie games is the physical media and the collector's editions.
Yep.
They have definitely taken up a space that is missed. And I even got, what is it? The freaking, I just ordered a bunch of other stuff that
I got the TMNT
I don't know, man.
collector's edition, which was
I got
dope.
I'm just having a hard time with wrapping my head around that.
Because it's a strange move.
Netflix sees. I can see if Microsoft was also doing, because at the end of the day, let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it a bean 50, bean 75, okay? At the end of the day, who really finna say, man, I can't wait to go home and play my Netflix?
It's about to be that, though.
It's about to get to that point.
You remember when like people would always go to Blockbuster and nobody was thinking about Netflix?
And
now it's Netflix and chill. Now I'm binging the whole episode.
For movies.
But wait,
yes,
let's take it a step further.
Change to games because in the beginning people thought it was wild. Like other companies thought it was wild. Like you're gonna send people free DVD. Like you're gonna send people DVDs.
Groceries,
DoorDash, everything. Things
this.
are changing. Like I said, the gaming, the industry is in a transitional period, and we're gonna see where it ends up. Like we're gonna have a lot of questions, but things are changing, and as they should. Might I add?
I want to go back to really quick hug. THX in the chat. Thanks, 1138. I like to say thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I forgot about it. Jason Staten of 343 just left Microsoft. I remember seeing he left Microsoft. and is heading to Netflix Games as creative director for
Oh,
brand
yeah.
new IP. Netflix Games is making moves. I completely forgot
Yeah, that just happened last week,
Yeah,
right?
it just happened last week, I think.
Yeah.
He's
But think about it,
Netflix
Fame.
Playing
is
field
not
is changing.
playing.
It's not
changing.
about
Yeah.
it's not about Netflix. It's about getting people in the ecosystem. Because if you're already on
Yep.
Netflix and you can switch over and watch a Netflix show in the corner while you're playing your
But their
game,
games will be streaming on.
who knows?
Yeah.
What?
You're not
By the
downloading
time-
I
these
mean,
games.
like right now it is, but who knows what's going to happen in the future? That's what I'm saying. We're going to have a lot of questions, and we just got to wait and see what happens. Like a lot of
another
things are
console could
changing.
survive in this market? Hell no.
It's not a console.
Well, no,
no,
you
not
wouldn't
a
have to
console.
do a console. You
You
would just do a dongle that has a lot of memory. You would just do a terabyte stick, a SSD.
That's
It would be
still
a, it would
streaming.
be, bro.
You do a
no,
Stadia.
you would download. You would do an SSD, bro. I can see it right now. Netflix selling a freaking
Fire stick or
$150 Fire Stick that has an SSD in it.
Yeah.
Because the terabyte
It's
is
not that
super cheap.
difficult.
That's a great point about Jason Statham. I forgot about that.
I think consoles are on their way out.
Oh, I think
think
so.
Please,
I-
God, no.
I know it. I know it. It
I don't
sounds
wanna
really
live in that
terrible,
world.
but
Want me
I
to tell
really,
you why?
I think it's gonna happen.
You want me to tell you why? And this is
Dad
the
still has
sign
it
of
in
the
the plastic.
times. Look at the kids. Watch what the kids are doing. Everybody who has a kid, most of them are playing on their tablet.
Yep.
Yeah.
or
And
their
they're playing
phone.
all the games that we play, but they're playing it on their tablet.
Well, this is why
I
Microsoft
bought-
wants King so bad. They
Yeah.
want that space.
They
Not
want the
only
moms
that,
that are
the
going to
games
spend
that
it
are coming
10 hours
out
a day.
on your tablet and on your phone are like phenomenal now. Like
Yep.
they look
Like COD
so
Mobile. COD Mobile
good.
looks good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
In
mobile
Asian
is
market
like,
level.
COD Mobile
Yep.
is better than the COD you play on consoles.
Yep.
Yeah, my brother bought a bigger tablet. Much love, Bri. Hope you get signed again over at the Vipers or somewhere in the XFL.
Woo woo.
But he bought a bigger tablet so he could play COD Mobile better.
Yeah.
Like, and
it's
he's at that
competitive.
mid-20 range. So you got to think about that. My kid brother, mid-20s, bought a better tablet to have a better gaming experience. My kids, I bought them Nintendo Switches for Christmas. It was a waste of money outside of my middle child. She actually loves Kirby and she's oddly really good at video games. My oldest, she only plays her tablet to the point to where my wife now has a Switch. Like it's my wife's now. Like,
Dang.
but watch what the kids are doing. Most kids are playing because bro, you ain't about to share your console. That's why you bought two.
Yeah,
I'm
the
not sure.
series X for me. The
Yeah.
I'm not about to share my console. I'm selfish. I'm a selfish gamer.
I bought them a Switch as well, so they don't have to mess with mine.
You see,
Yeah.
so look, we almost created a barrier and almost killed the very thing we love because now we have the time and money to enjoy it to the max. That we created a whole new avenue
Mm-hmm.
for the next generation of people. And now they play mobile on the go gaming. And now it's starting to look more like the Asian markets where they playing mobile games more than
Yeah.
console gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know
Not
what?
to
This is
mention,
very
Apple is
interesting.
like buying up games. Like
Apple is.
they'll pay like they're paying publishers to
arcade
have
is
games
actually
on
pretty
Apple
good.
Pass and all of that stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's just a matter of time.
See, I
And the most popular games on Earth right now are all mobile.
They're all
Yep.
mobile.
COD,
And
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
T-
Yep.
Oh, I
Oh,
wasn't
yeah,
even talking
Fortnite,
about like
those
I
games.
wasn't even talking about like legit mobile games because yes, all the way those are going to be the most popular games. Just people ignore it the same way people ignore comparing things to the Switch, or to Nintendo because Nintendo's in a world of its own. Just like
Yeah.
mobile games, in my opinion, is a world of its own. It's not even fair when you got grandmas going bankrupt and over mobile games.
Yeah.
Like these are real stories. People losing everything over a mobile game where there's no way to cash out. You dealing with something else. But the most popular console games are all playable mobile.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Bordy says Fortnite isn't mobile.
Oh, I thought it was. My bad. I thought it was like streaming.
Oh, it's on
I
the
thought people was
Switch.
running. Oh, it's on the Switch. Okay, my bad. I always thought Fortnite was.
Why is
people was
Fortnite not mobile? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's crazy.
Okay,
I
you want
didn't
to
know
know
that.
what's not on the Xbox? Genshin Impact. And
And that's
Genshin
a
is
Yeah,
one
no
of the
Genshin
biggest
Impact on
games.
Xbox, no Roblox on PlayStation. But I
Mhm.
do think this is a great point, so we can transition, right? Because we're talking about when Des brought the topic of consoles eventually fading away, right? That leads us perfectly into what we're hearing now is that the PlayStation 5 with the chip shortages, with all the issues, with trying to get those consoles out there, it's outselling the PS4 as far as length of time available.
Mhm.
The PlayStation 5, when you compare 29 months on PS4, 29 months on PS5, the PS5 with all of the issues we had with the panoramic, with chip shortages, with people buying spending $1,000 buying them a third party,
Mhm.
it's outpacing the PS4. That tells me, no shade to Microsoft, no shade to Xbox, because Xbox numbers, console sales have gone down, which to Microsoft is not a big deal because it's all about Game Pass for them, right? That
True.
tells me, at least for PlayStation, the console is going to be here for a long time because you can't as a console maker, if I'm outselling one of the highest selling consoles of all time, I'm about to break my own record again, right? We talk about highest selling consoles. We talk about PS2, PS4, PS5. Is you get what I'm saying?
Mm.
How can you see that trend doing this when, at least for Sony, it's doing this? Like it's constantly going up. It's going to, if it keeps up, which it likely will, outsell the PS4.
Oh, we all got.
So
Go, Des. Come
I'm
on.
sorry. What I was gonna say is this is a weird analogy, but it's the lack of having it and then having it that's making the sales rocket the way that they are. It's the same with diamonds. Like they did the same
Yes.
thing with diamonds. They only put so much out into like the
What was the price?
ecosystem,
It creates
and
that
then they were
greedy,
able
like,
it
give it to me.
that craving, like I need it, I need it, I need it. So I definitely
Mhm.
think it's gonna taper off. I
And
do.
you know
I
why?
don't think it's gonna
Because
stay that way.
we can go on eBay right now and I can find a scalper with 30 of them. So, yes, the sales may be great, but how much of those are in people's hands that they are actually playing? Because we got scalpers up the arse up here, and it is like one person has 30, another person will have 50, and they're trying to offload them, but nobody wants to pay their prices. So, yes, the sales may have been crazy at the start, but now that, we're hitting a recession, we're hitting some economic troubles, we're still in this Panasonic, people are still fighting to even pay their bills. Here in Canada, like a 12 pack of eggs is almost like 10, 15 bucks some places. I don't know if I can buy a
Supply and
PlayStation.
demand.
Exactly.
That's what I was
There
thinking
we
of.
go.
Supply and demand.
I don't know
Uh,
if people are truly buying the consoles or if it's just in scalpers' hands. Look at the scarcity that we had with hand sanitizer and all this. Like, and
I-
crypto miners, Bordy just brought up a good point too.
I
Kobe.
was gonna say, and it's funny crypto got brought up. I think we are gonna see a big drop off because now the consoles are in people's hands.
Mm.
There's more people. More people are gaming. An
Mhm.
older generation of people are gaming. That never would have gamed before due to the Panasonic. Like it, that was a study some folks did. Like the age range of gamers expanded up because of people being home.
Mhm.
So that's why you got so many old folks streaming now, which is dope. Like,
It
but
is.
you see a lot of older, like I see a lot of older folks creating content, and that's so. If you're seeing a lot of older folks in the content creating space, imagine how many older folks you see actually at home playing games. Like those are the ones who decide to get on camera.
Yeah.
So I think that and then when it comes to gaming, PlayStation is synonymous with that. Most people's first thought is PlayStation. It's not Xbox.
Everyone who has an iPhone also has a PlayStation, and they also only drink Coke, and they also only drink at Starbucks.
Oh, I don't do
And
the last two
you
things.
get where I'm going.
I'm about to say.
No,
You get
no,
where
but
I'm
but I
going with
see
that.
no,
what you're saying.
no, but it really does fit along those lines. That is a very.
It's an elitist product almost. Like even
is.
though
I'll give you that.
if you look at the PS4, PlayStation said it themselves in the PS4 generation that their target was the casual audience, right? And they did they captured the casual audience with the third party deals, getting Call of Duty marketed. They did all of that with the PS4. But to us, as the non-casual gamers, I think we can look at this and say the PlayStation in a lot of ways is an elitist product. Like, oh, I only use iPhones and I only have PlayStation. I drive a Tesla. Pepsi, no thank you. I only drink Coke. I only drink Starbucks. I don't want Dutch Bros. Like I only drink this. No matter how good that may be, no matter how much I saw a comment in the chat that the Xbox is outpacing the 360 or how good Game Pass is. I have to have this elite status of being a PlayStation, iPhone wearing consumer or using consumer.
You know what's funny?
And-
is
I
that
think
it's
they
even
changed the game. Oh, I'm
That's
so
even-
sorry, Hugger.
No.
Go ahead.
You
I was just gonna
sweet
say,
ass
I was just gonna say, I think they changed the game when PS3 came out, and you were able to like they were just at another level. And I think
Blu-ray
since then,
player.
people, the Blu-ray player. I think I
Blu-ray.
still use mine. It's the best DVD player
That's-
I've ever.
Yes.
had.
That's in
Ever.
my living room, hooked to my TV as
Yes.
we talk. Like,
So I think for every one that's come out, people just expect that kind of quality. And it's not just about, I don't think it's just about being elitist. I think it's about having, it may be a bit of nostalgia because of all the issues that happened with PS5, but there is that you do, when you think of PlayStation, you think of quality.
Exactly.
quality gaming. That's fair.
Well, and
That
Oh, go be.
no, I'm telling you, it all in all, I hate broad. You know, I hate the whole broad stroking thing.
Yeah.
As she said, but but like I'll be a kid forever. I swear.
Yeah.
I'll never grow up. I have children. I'm married. And, like I'll
Does not
never
mean you an
grow up.
adult, baby.
But I look at all of this and when Final Fantasy 16, that made me want to get a PlayStation 5.
Oh, 100%.
Like, I really was like, damn, I did just burn some money on getting my G Cloud. I was like, damn, I could have went and grabbed me a PS5. Final Fantasy.
Why did you choose
16,
the G Cloud over the PS5?
because any game I really want to play, I can play it on PC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. With mods.
That is true.
With mods. So yeah.
Yeah, with mods.
Yeah, I mean, if any game that I outside of the Final Fantasy 16, I mean,
You know what PlayStation also banks on is the fact that we are so old that when I say 10 years ago, I think of the 90s, not the early 2000s. So I'm like, oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
that game from 10 years ago, you know, when Final Fantasy 7 first came out.
10.
Oh, you mean
No, Final Fantasy 10.
Yeah.
yeah.
13.
Oh, you
No, it
mean
was like
20
13
years ago?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, so
God.
PlayStation, like I've never owned an Xbox. I've always owned PlayStation. I have my 2 over there, my 3 and 4 are still plugged in because sometimes I do my retrospectives. But it's just like I'm looking at them now. Like I feel, not that I feel forced out because PC is what people would consider God tier, but it's just like I don't know if I want to be the way, especially some of the things they've done recently. It's like I don't want to be part of that ecosystem anymore. I don't want to be in that echo chamber because when we first started doing the show, when we were on Tick, I was like heavy PlayStation and heavy PC. I would get into arguments on Twitter all the time. Now, you guys don't see me on Twitter arguing with nobody because I don't care. Like, I am too old for this. I want to play my games.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, I gotta let you guys shine because if I take all the
Oh,
shine,
God.
how y'all gonna be noticed?
Bordy brought up a good point. It's not even early 2000s, early 2010s.
Yeah.
Like
Bro,
you can't even. Yeah. This is wild.
Yes.
This
23
is
years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up, Des. Ew.
Mm.
Ew.
Mm.
Y'all
But-
feel bad. I'm the oldest one on this panel. How do
No,
you
you
think
are
I
not.
feel? Yes,
Yes, she is.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, I am.
Are you serious?
She just
You
had
didn't
a
know
birthday,
that,
man.
Faye?
No,
Yeah.
I thought I was.
Nah, bro.
Oh.
Listen,
Uh-oh.
Blaze
I
don't
think
crack, baby.
I'm 5 years older than you.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
For anybody who doesn't know, I'm 40. I turned 40 this year.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
black is beautiful.
Black
Oh my
is
God.
beautiful. Bordy
I
also
thought
brought
I was Paw on this podcast.
Mm-mm.
Nah.
that's mama right
That's
there.
Nana right there.
There's no way, Des.
Oh yeah.
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 Well, and Hugger still looks 16, so
Yeah.
there's that.
And I'll be 30.
I knew I was old when Hugger told me she's about to be 30.
Yeah, that hit me different too.
I
was like,
couldn't
wait.
believe it. I was like, oh yeah, she's still like
Like, you was in your
23.
20s when I first met y'all. Like, what are you
Don't
talking
worry.
about? You about to be 30.
I think
Like,
one of
Out
our
of nowhere.
last episodes of Cogs we did with Trevor, it was the Dreamcast, and I was like, I've never seen a Dreamcast. When it came out, I was in kindergarten. Like, I've never
Oh,
seen
I
a
love the
Dreamcast in my life.
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast was the best console.
That was
out.
so dope.
Hey,
Yeah.
Des,
I've
you
never
see that
seen
You remember
comment
there
in
was
the
like
chat?
kind of like a Tamagotchi kind of creature
Yeah.
that you had in the controller.
Yeah, the chaos. The chaos
Yeah,
creature.
yeah.
Never
Yeah.
seen it.
That was
Never
dope.
touched it. Never seen one physically. Only seen it ever online. Never seen its Dreamcast.
Wow.
Hey,
I
Des,
love it.
Mr. 7 Digit say the Lord is watching you lying.
No, I'm not.
The Lord is watching you.
They say the Lord is watching you lying about being.
Everybody in
40.
the chat, like, stop lying.
I'm telling you, ain't no way.
Ain't
Yeah.
no way.
Ain't no way. Meanwhile, we got folks out here that be 16 look 75 because they smoke
With the comb over.
cigarettes every day.
Yep.
Not
The
smoking with
cigarettes.
I like doing bad things. Oh,
Yeah,
Bordy also brought up a good
I love.
point
It's fun to do bad things.
when we were talking about mobile games. And I'm covering it. I might cover it in a bit. 2023 game shutdown. EA is pretty much shutting down most of their mobile. So Apex is going away. Battlefield is going away. Every other game that they're coming out. So mobile games is big, but not for everybody. Mobile games
Yeah.
is
True.
selective. Because you got some banger indie games on there. I'm not gonna lie. I do be playing them. But then how can you compete with Genshin when somebody wants a Breath of the Wild RPG style kind of game? Because Genshin's got that covered.
I don't know which country it is. I don't know if it's Korea or Japan, but they now have games where it's a crossover. You can play it on your mobile or you can play it on PC. So you get
That's how I
to
play
choose which
Genshin.
one you want to do it on. Yeah. And I'm just like, man, that's wild.
And that's the ultimate market, right? Like being able to grab you at any point in time. That's why the G Cloud was such a serious purchase for me, and what pulled me away from the Steam Deck, right? Like, I'm completely going off topic, but when it comes to mobile gaming, all I need is my phone, because I hate walking around with a controller and my phone, and then I like to listen to other stuff, and I hate anytime I jump off of the Game Pass app that it closes. And I was like, okay, let me just get a dedicated thing. I can keep my phone, and now I just have one thing for that. And then, of course, it's a tablet at its core, so it has everything else on it if I really wanted to. And then I can connect to my Steam Link and all that other stuff. And I got decent phone signal and Wi-Fi, so for me it works, and I get to interact with my family more.
I want to show some love really quickly to Z's gaming channel. He says he's the oldest gamer in the chat. Listen, so you are level 56, right?
Man.
Now
Nice.
you just you got the most XP. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You probably had a couple of double XP nights, triple XP nights. You know what I'm saying? You the highest level. Wear that proud. You know what I'm saying? Because can't none of these young bucks who only play Call of Duty
can't tell you nothing.
2 remake can't tell you nothing, bucko.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Wear it proudly.
He was during y'all know I've recently been, for the last few years, been diving into the Commodore. He was the guy that was in the back of the magazine that had to type in the code to play the game. He was like, you a real one, boy. You a real one, Z. Okay.
So dope. Just
I want to switch topics again, right? I want to switch topics again. Before I do, if you can hear the sound of my voice, it does us a lot, right? If you guys hit that like button, it helps us out so much, right? Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't. Share the stream out on Twitter because we are still going strong. We are about to switch topics here. And I want to talk about Xdefiant, okay? For all intents and purposes, Xdefiant is making noise right now for a lot of reasons. For a lot of people, I haven't played it yet, so I'm going to go about what I've seen. People saying it looks and feel like classic Call of Duty. from time to kill being higher than the current COD, to movement being better than the current COD, to maps being better than the current COD. Ubisoft may do what PlayStation told us was impossible and have a game that can rival Call of Duty. Now, from not playing it, I can tell you right now, my biggest fear about this game is that we're hearing great things, again, talking about the TTK, there's no skill-based matchmaking, which a lot of people hate, which I'm sorry, bro. I saw somebody say Sweats deserve to have fun too. No. Sweats don't deserve to have fun, because all you want to do is have 70 kill games and ruin somebody else's fun. Yeah. I truly believe Sweats need to be in lobbies with other Sweats so you can see how people who like casual like me play and be frustrated like me. Sweats don't deserve to have fun. I'm sorry. Sweats, it should be a Sweats only lobby, right? I digress. TTK, no skill-based matchmaking. A lot of things. My biggest fear, Ubisoft. I think, number one, I'm hearing that a lot of people are choosing one character because of a certain ability that needs to be fixed. That one of the characters doesn't heal. It seems to be.
I was using it.
Yeah, it's gonna be overpowered. You're gonna have some balancing issues going, because with Call of Duty, there are no like characters who have special abilities, right? It's just no matter who you choose, it's man versus man, right? Stop, B. It's man versus man, no matter.
Baron's out here like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I play Valeria Garza.
Because he know what I was about to say.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what you choose, it's man versus man, woman versus woman, right? So they got to fix that balancing issue. But my biggest fear with Xdefiant is that it's free to play. So you got a game that's supposed to rival COD that's free to play. What does that tell you?
Don't forget, the FIFA game that's coming out that's supposed to rival FIFA is free to play.
So what does that tell you?
That tells you
they got to make their money somehow. How they gonna make their money?
Microtransactions.
It's about to be out of control.
Well, is it just going to be for aesthetics? Because you have like, God, what's the name of that game? I can't even think of it. They do transactions, but it doesn't affect your gameplay at all. It's just
Overwatch?
For cosmetics.
Overwatch.
Maybe.
I
think it's over. Maybe it'll be something like that.
40. Don't say me.
If it's like that, I'll look basic as hell and play the game. I don't care about cosmetics.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this. Has anybody else played it?
I've watched a lot of gameplay.
I don't know how to get this out the beta. Is it open beta yet?
No, it's still closed. But if you go watch people on Twitch for like 30 minutes, you'll get a code. Or today's the last. No, yesterday I think was the last day for that. But don't quote me. Go check. But I'll tell you this: as somebody who's played it, I'm horrible at it. It's super fast paced, and the time to kill it's a lot different than a lot of the other shooters I've been playing, like your Battlefields. It feels like everybody's shooting you with the ump or the freaking everybody's shooting you with the ump. You're just getting hit. Everybody is rapid fire. But I could imagine the microtransactions being egregious because of the level of customization you can put into each and every gun. It is, I want to say, even for the pistols, I think it's like 5 or 6 slots of attachments, and everything's open and available right now. Like, there is no attachment that you can't utilize right now in the game. So what I'm thinking is about to happen, and I haven't seen this written down anywhere, so I don't know if this is the case, and I don't know if they came out and said, no, the game will be completely open like this once it launches. But I think they're gonna make it a very impossible slow grind to unlock all the things in the weapons, or you're gonna spend some bread to unlock the weapons attachments. I think that's what's gonna happen. I think that's what's gonna go down. And Fame, you really make sure to read Dallas's message. In the chat.
Dallas.
Hi, Dallas.
Oh,
happy birthday to your little one, Dallas.
Oh yeah!
Wow.
It's been a year already.
Right.
Oh my God.
But
what
you
did I
know,
do to get violated like that?
What happened?
Oh, y'all didn't read it. That's why I was laughing.
I read it and I started
I was
giggling.
talking about meats touching, but yeah.
Dallas said Fame's Black is the only one on the panel to crack. That's crazy. But you know, I'm of two minds with Xdefiant. I'm sorry. I was gonna let it go, Fame. I was gonna let it go. Baron brought it up. I giggled.
That's so mean.
You know what?
I'm mad because I'm laughing. I'm trying to stop.
Leave Fame alone.
Everybody's
This man makes sure we are all sane. Leave him alone.
Be
He is
nice.
handsome.
Be nice, TikTok.
You know what? I'm a 50-50 on this game. It is
Oh,
Ubisoft. They did make Ghost Recon. I don't know if anybody remembers when Breakpoint came out and they had to scale back the microtransactions because it was so bad. But they also made Siege. And Siege, yes, Siege was a mess when it first came out, but Siege has, since it came out in 2015, has gone on to be one of their most popular games. And it's still going. So if they can take the combat from Siege, I don't know how a character shooter is going to work. Specifically where one character is obviously overpowered. But it looks good. It looks fun. It looks like old Call of Duty that I want.
At you, Helger. I'm laughing at Baron's face.
His face. That's why I can't look at him whenever I'm talking about stuff. I
I
can't.
love Bordy. Bordy's my only friend.
Oh, man.
It's okay. We related. We ain't friends.
I'm gonna cry in the car.
We're family.
Stall him out, Debo.
We family.
I'm gonna cry in the car.
Stall him out, Debo.
Dallas, when are
we
you
were
coming
just
back?
together the other day, D. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna do me like that? Okay.
And he can't say it to your face.
You can't say it.
I love y'all
Violation.
too.
Violation. Hey, red card. But no, what were we talking about? Oh, this game.
Well, no,
It looks good.
it's like we was on Comedy Central and it's the roast of fame.
Wait till we have a full roast of you.
Oh, damn, we should do that, huh?
Now y'all gotta
No.
pay.
No, but
You gotta
Xdefiant
pay.
looks
That
I
good.
don't
sounds like
like
good Patreon
roast. I
content.
think like people use us as opportunities to be as nasty as
Oh,
possible.
100%.
Yeah, I don't watch
Listen,
those.
we're gonna start the memberships on this channel, and a part of the membership tier, you get the right to roast me. You ain't on the membership, blocked.
Blocked.
He said you gotta pay. You gotta pay to play.
Yeah, you gotta pay to roast me, Bucko. I am a.
That's
Never
fair.
mind, I can't say that. I don't want
He
to get
said
them
it's He said it's $1 a joke. But no, is it Defiant or Oh, I don't know. I've been calling it Xdeviant. I've been calling it Xdeviant.
Ah, you a bad person. It's
Hey, I've been
You know what
calling
it
it
reminds me of?
Xdeviant.
I said this when we were on Gaz's show. It reminds me, and this is, PlayStation saying they couldn't make an Xbox competitor that they had. Killzone. It reminds me of Killzone, like the grounded base. Yes, Killzone was like sci-fi, but it was grounded in real weapons, snipers, all that. And it's also given me like flashbacks to COD Black Ops 1. Remember those toxic ass lobbies? You get your feelings hurt in the Black Ops lobbies. It's reminding me of those, and I kind of like it. I don't want it to be as toxic, but like I kind of want to get into it.
I wonder how they're gonna balance the microtransactions versus skill-based like earning of items. Like if this game launches with all attachments available, bro, I would be shocked because there is a lot of attachments, and then there's even like a base. I'm butchering it. There's like a base to the gun. It's like stealth, weighted, where it's got a shorter
attached perk.
Yes, and it has like classifications. There's recon, there's stealth, there's weighted where it does heavier damage but it has shorter range for every gun, and it's a deep level of customization for every gun, and that lets me know they're either about to be extremely friendly or they're gonna be hitting grindy, friendly, or a mix of being super expensive and heavy skill based. Like only the top tier people are gonna have everything unlocked because without paying money. They'll be like, hey, I killed 500 people in 3 days, so
Who do you think that who's their target audience? With
COD people.
Just
I
people?
think COD.
Oh, okay. I was like, just people. Because if it's
100%
gonna
there.
be that costly, like, couldn't they just be like, "Fuck this game, we're gonna go back to"?
Oh,
COD?
well,
like,
probably.
would that
but-
like deter people though?
It's a blend of it's I would say it's like Overwatch and COD. Like
Okay.
like the same way Valorant is Counter-Strike and Overwatch.
Do you think that
Yes.
the community would be willing to pay for stuff like that? Do you know what I'm
Just think
saying? Like,
about
do you
it.
think they're taking that into account?
Overwatch's battle pass is terrible. Overwatch's battle pass is
It's
terrible. It's
awful.
bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what Ubisoft was about to do. Right? It's
Yeah.
going to be bad. I would much prefer
Stuff.
for this game to look the way it does. I would prefer them just to go ahead and drop an actual COD competitor and give us and charge me, $40. And whether you do, it's going to be bad, dude. And there's again, I get it. It's just skins. It's just that, but I'm not sold that that's all going to be. I wouldn't be shocked if Barron said that's a whole lot of attachments. I wouldn't be
A
shocked if
lot, bro.
they're saying, I'm worrisome about this because Ubisoft has failed in a lot of their games, right? We're talking
I was
what was
about
that
to say,
Hyperscape.
Hyperscape closed down after
They
2
failed in
years.
a lot of their games, right? So they're putting a lot of polish into this game. They're gonna want to make their money back.
Because we also
Yeah.
know that
Yeah.
It's like a double-edged
Assassin's-
sword.
it is, because what this game is coming out is it if it's successful, it's probably going to fund the next. We don't know if Mirage is delayed or not. The Avatar game, Waters of Pandora or whatever it is, that was been delayed. Skulls and Bone has been delayed, and the Crew 3 game has been delayed. So is this game going to dig out with its sheer microtransactions the rest of the games? Because don't forget, there's also Beyond Good and Evil, which we don't know where that's gone, if that game is even a thing anymore. There's the next Watch Dogs, which is the next in the cycle after Assassin's Creed, and Far Cry 6 has to get its DLC. There's also the Anno games. There's Rayman, Splinter Cell. It was a thing that was talked about, maybe not. There's so much things that this game could fun or it could kind of shit on. And there's also the game that made Ubisoft look like idiots the last few years, Breakpoint. What are they going to take from their other games? Because they've turned For Honor around as well. Like, they're successful in Ubisoft. Siege was an awful game when it came out, and now they've turned it into probably one of the longest running. It's going to hit 10 years in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Like, Siege
Ubisoft,
is-
I forget about their wins. I'm so used to
Yeah.
I forgot about their wins because they've had so many losses. Yeah.
They've had so
Dropping
many
the
losses.
I
goop.
forget about their wins.
They've also,
But listen.
don't forget, Ubisoft has recently worked with Nintendo to make the Rabbids games. There's 2 of them that were very successful.
Yeah.
Ubisoft has wins.
XCOM level shoot games. Yeah.
Exactly. Ubisoft has wins.
And
No, my bad. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say that's damn.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna work, and all it would take is for them to throw a bag at a couple of top creators. That's all they got to do, and it'll really if they throw a decent chunk of money at a couple of creators, this will be fine. Will it be like top tier? No, but it's gonna people are gonna play it. But all you got to do is just throw some money at some folks.
I forgot about the Division
Slow
as well.
mo.
Slow mo, yeah, that is slow mo. You still be running the Division, right?
Yep.
Slow mo
Why
be
he
out there
asked the question?
ruining. He be ruining
my bad,
people's
boy.
weekends. No, he be ruining people's weekends, bro. You a
I
bully.
think you created a perfect transition, B. We talked about the streamers, getting your stream on top of it, right? And I'm gonna let you guys just jump in and take this as you see fit. We won't be on this topic too long. The biggest streamer on Twitch was banned for apparently, actual activities in a GTA game. Apparently, that's the rumor. That's the reason why he was banned on Twitch, right? The biggest Twitch streamer was banned on Twitch for actual activities
It's called
in GTA.
ERP.
Even though you can put your microphone up to your butt and fart on Twitch, and it'd be just fine, and you can do
What do
everything
you be
want
doing on Twitch?
fine. Y'all thoughts really quickly. Whoever wants to jump in on it, your thoughts on the biggest streamer on Twitch being banned off the platform.
Is that the only reason, or has he had other strikes against him and he's just, or they? I don't know if it's a he or she.
Kai.
Sorry.
Kai.
Okay. So have there been other complaints? Because it seems weird if this is the only complaint and they were like immediately banned. So is this like a buildup?
Got you. I think it's a buildup.
Go ahead, B. Oh,
Go B.
No, go ahead. Okay. I think it's a mixture. Okay. I hate when black folks get made examples of. I hate that. Now, am I justifying him? Because I don't really watch his content. I support it when I see, because I'm like, keep winning. But when I see the book get thrown at people who look like me, when I see people who don't look like me get away with bloody murder.
Okay. I don't know who he is. So
No.
I've never seen him
Yeah,
before.
Yeah, he looked like he family. He looked like kinfolk.
He's the most subscribed Twitch streamer. He has, the biggest names that go onto his streams. And
he was about to have Tank.
I've seen Twitch streamers give alcohol to cats, and they still get on Twitch.
That's weird. Only because like Twitch is a very toxic place already, and they're probably. I'm just speaking from like the point of view of somebody who's seen Twitch, because I don't follow the person in particular. So like I'm not thinking about their race. I'm literally thinking about like all of the sexual harassment and sexual stuff that happens on Twitch that gets a pass.
Yes.
And then you're gonna throw the book at one person. So that's why I was like, I mean, like, has he continuously been warned about this? Is this like a big? But then again, there are so many people who you literally have people come in and raid people with racist rants.
Yes.
And they just get kind of like a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
So it almost brings it back to that topic that I wanted to talk about, and I can't remember that guy's name, but when he was like, either YouTube is the R word or they just don't like me. And I can't remember what his name is. You know you know what I'm talking about? He went on that rant.
Was it Corey Kenshin?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was Corey.
You know what
and then
I mean?
he had like Markiplier respond and everything.
Yeah.
Like and that's what I'm saying, right? Like, I mean, you see people who caused the adpocalypse get championed in all these industries and all these places, and then you have somebody now. Like I said, I don't watch his content like that. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. I usually don't watch many people's live streams. But it just hearing so many stories and seeing so many clips of what other people have done, and the lower amount of the least amount of bans, or they've been 7. You've seen the thing like Bordy brought up, 7 days for taking
action.
Back, and
I did.
I don't know what he did, and I don't know how. I don't get it. It just don't look right. The aesthetics are off.
Right.
The
if
aesthetics
you're
are
with
off.
one person, then like it needs to be a clean sweep, because like everybody who I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I thought I was smoothly coming in after that.
I was just gonna say everybody who knows about Twitch, who has, even if you're not a person who watches Twitch all the time, you know the bullshit that goes on Twitch.
Oh yeah, and fame that
you know what I'm saying
is for you, by the way. Bordy sent it to me, and
I was just gonna say
ain't playing with y'all.
As somebody who does role play frequently, if you think Twitch's rules are strict, it's bad. Like your servers are very strict on stuff. So for him to so it's called ERP, erotic role playing, and there's very strict rules. Most servers don't allow it because, especially like public servers where you can't guarantee that everybody's 18, they don't allow it. So for him to even want to put that on stream is kind of like a little weird to me, but I'm with Desert. This is probably a buildup of other things, and then him doing.
You got whole sections dedicated to actualizing your stuff in hot tubs.
Not saying it's fair.
When you play GTA, can you see when you pick up prostitutes?
Or no?
The thing is, you don't with your role playing. You don't. There is no prostitutes. It's other people. There's no the NPCs are just like people you hit. There is no prostitutes.
But I'm saying like, if you're streaming GTA and you pick up a prostitute, and everybody knows why you're picking them up and what you're gonna do,
can you
see that won't get you banned?
Weird. It would get you. I have yet
But
to
it's
come across a
still- it's
server
still-
where you can do that. That's the thing.
Okay.
No,
No,
but,
not
like,
on the
on
story. I
Twitch?
meant-
no, I'm talking about like just the story mode. Like
Yeah.
you're just running
Oh,
the story.
mode.
and
Yeah,
you pick one up, and
the car starts bouncing.
the car starts bouncing. Like, do you get banned for that? Because
Nah.
that's
Because nothing is
I mean,
showing.
Oh, so were things showing?
I don't know.
When he did it? See, I
Yeah,
need
I don't
more
know.
context.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need more context.
Like,
Yeah,
What's the two?
oh,
because I don't know exactly what was shown or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
But-
like take back
but
all
I-
my comments because I just
but-
don't know.
Shut up,
right.
Julie.
But then what I do know is I've seen somebody, extrally breathing on a ear-shaped mic,
Yep.
and
It's
like
'cause he's big and people go to him. I mean, we've seen it before. Remember when Ninja was banned off the platform and then his channel was broadcasting adult material?
oh lordy.
Oh, I remember that. Did
Yeah.
that man dirty?
Yeah, so I think it's because he's big, and there is rumors that he has gotten offers to go to other platforms, that now Twitch has an issue with him.
Hey, and listen, Twitch never gave that man no contract. He gonna mess around and go over to Kick, and even though Kick gonna be dead in 6 months, he might get the bag
think
over there,
so.
like Ninja did with Mixer. Remember when Ninja went to
Ooh.
Mixer, got the bag,
I
and
miss
Mixer
Mixer,
shut
man.
down?
And then went to YouTube, right?
Oh,
Did he go to YouTube for a
Yeah.
bit?
And I think he's
Yeah.
back on Twitch now, though.
I
Uh-huh.
would like to find out more information about
True.
just the entire situation before I give
Mhm.
like a, you know what I'm saying? Because I
Mhm.
just don't feel like I know enough to really.
Dad.
Yeah. Hey, but 7 Digit brought up a good point. It was like it's whatever. Like when Cyberpunk came out and there was a
Yeah.
lot of stuff going on with the creation, the character creation.
Your
Or
dog
Were
is
they
even
doing
just-
stuff
out.
with Keanu Reeves? Like they were
Oh.
modding him and stuff.
Yeah, like it got wild. And I just know what I have seen people get away with.
Mm.
Yes.
That's all I can say without a shadow of a doubt. I know what people have gotten away with. So to then
Talking about
see
Amaranth
somebody
in the chat.
Slow-mo,
Oh.
yeah, Amaranth.
Also,
Yeah,
if you
no,
have
yeah.
it in video games and you're a platform that streams video games, that's what you're known for. But then you're gonna, it just, I don't know. At least
Especially,
Twitch has been really bad with handling their community. Period.
we still don't know why
Especially
Dr. Dick Respect
colorful.
is banned. Dr.
Oh, yeah.
I
Disrespect.
would never know
haven't
that.
heard anything.
That NDA,
Exactly.
that NDA gonna be that NDA tight.
Oh, it's tight. But I think they're
Hmm.
just trying to make an
Yeah, well-
example out of him, because there is the rumors that he has gotten offers, like $1 million offers, to go somewhere else, and now Twitch is going to try to create a problem, because as much as we may or may not like this person, Aiden Ross, right before he got banned, there was issues that all of a sudden he was on another platform doing something and he got banned on Twitch for he wasn't even streaming on Twitch, another platform, and they
Hey, you know
started
what's
to create
crazy?
issues.
They say Twitch is mad because Kyle was making fun of them ugly shoes they sent him.
That
Oh,
was
But
funny.
they was kind of
Them
ugly.
shoes was ugly.
Them shoes was ugly.
Yeah.
They was
You-
ugly.
I was
Them
gonna
shoes
say,
was ugly.
I
Them
don't
some ugly
think
shoes.
I don't think anybody really takes what Twitch does too seriously when they're
No.
looking to bring somebody else onto their platform. So
No.
Twitch is just shooting themselves in the foot. Because nobody's looking at Twitch to be like the guideline of
Shut up.
who we should bring on and who's doing
know-
what they're doing and all of that stuff. Like, don't nobody care about Twitch in that
How did they
form.
clip it, Morty?
And you know
If
what?
you have the following, they're going to ask you to come on, regardless of if
Mhm.
Twitch has decided that they don't want to work with you anymore and they don't think you're a good fit. Like,
And I think we all
it's
need
not
to
this.
remember that this is not the era of celebrity that we grew up with, where celebrities were trained not to do shit. They were
Okay.
trained not to say things, not to do things. We are people here. We are talking to you. We don't have any kind of on-camera training, any of this. We just love to talk about what we do. And that's what these streamers are. So when they mess up, it is not a traditional celebrity situation where you've been coached not to say this thing or that thing or double down on this thing. We don't have that anymore. We'll never be in the era of Michael Jackson where there's superstars anymore. And that's probably for a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know.
Once the
but
Kardashians went famous, it was
exactly.
done. Like
We-
that era changed everything.
Changed everything.
We are all human. We are all going to make mistakes. And that's why, as much as I love some of my favorite content creators, I don't idolize them, because I know
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
they
They're
are
people.
They're people, and they're
Listen.
gonna mess up.
You shouldn't be
They're-
idolizing anybody, period.
No,
That's an
For
easy
real.
way to get let
Don't
down.
meet your heroes.
Don't meet your
I am a
heroes.
bad
Me and
person.
B just talked about that not too long ago.
I'm a bad
Yeah.
person. Don't meet me.
Listen,
Don't
kids
meet
does
Don't
give a
smile.
95-5 split, but
That's
it's
gonna
not
change.
sustainable.
no.
Yeah,
Not
well,
sustainable.
I think it is. Let me. You know what's funny when we hear when people say not sustainable, we're thinking in terms of companies who are making profit over profit over profit. Like, to be sustainable, what does that mean? Does this mean I'm making $100,000 a year or $100 million a year?
Because
Like,
when,
what-
when they're getting more people on the service and they're having
Mhm.
to host all of the, like, they couldn't host the amount of people they host like Twitch with a 95-5 split. 'Cause how you gonna pay?
But don't
How you gonna
forget,
pay for all of this?
No, I got
Kick?
this, Hugger. I got this.
got you.
Netflix couldn't handle a live stream.
That's true.
So it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, my point of saying that is the money isn't the money is very important. You know, like my grandmother says, money ain't everything, but it's up there with air. Money is important. Shout out grandma. She a real
Shout
one.
out
She
grandma.
meant that. She said that with her chest. But what good bro, all these top services that cost a fortune go
All these
down.
top services,
South
cool.
look.
You know why Kick is also in a weird
Oh, hey,
spot?
top head doctors. But no, but look. But look, I'm telling you. Look, we're expecting them to be making what? Twitch money to be profitable? Like, I don't know, man.
Kick?
Hell, Twitter's held on by
That is right.
shoestring
Bring
and gum.
Bring back Mixer.
Kick is
Mixer
also,
left too early, in my opinion.
They really did.
Mixer
Kick
gave
is
up
also
way too-
backed
Microsoft was
by
like,
online casinos, allegedly. So
yeah, they are.
Kick has
That's
a
why
lot
someone's
of money
gambling on there.
right now. They have a lot
They
of money to
gambling.
throw around. Is that
I
sustainable?
need Texas to quit playing so I could be on stake without VPN.
Oh Lord.
Mixer did leave too soon.
Bova? What? No.
But yeah, I
Listen,
think Twitch is just trying to
I
make
gotta
an
do everything
example
on
out
the
of him.
VPN because Texas is whack.
That's what it
Bova?
sounds like. But they need to make an example out of a lot of like just the way that they run their community.
They need to have
Like
consistency.
picking, it needs to be consistent. Just banning one person when also it's kind of like shaky on why you're really banning them.
Mhm.
Nobody, that's not
Yeah.
really
It's super arbitrary.
it's not at
It really is.
It's like these
Make
are
it-
rules. What?
But and then
But
when we
listen,
hear
if you
about
don't follow anybody on Quick, go follow Struggle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homie Struggle. I can't wait to be kicking over Struggle at DreamCon here in a few months. Get them good old press passes. I'll be with the homie Struggle.
Y'all gonna be so
you just
extra,
trying
and
to
I'm
rub some
ready for
lotion
it.
on
I'm
them.
excited that y'all are
Yeah,
going.
Yeah.
Are you gonna
Mhm.
live
So,
stream
listen,
some of it on Twitter and you can't not Twitter but TikTok and Instagram?
Oh yeah.
better.
I'm gonna be all over TikTok with it. Like it's gonna be obnoxious.
Live.
Better.
With
He said,
TikTok
"Oh my
for it.
god!"
We're gonna get up out of here. It's been a hell of a show. It's been so much freaking fun. Shout out to the chat, everybody who came through and rock with us. If you can hear my voice, if you haven't hit the like button yet, please hit the like button because it's
Hit
free
it.
99 to do that. It helps us out so much. Also subscribe if you haven't. Check out and bookmark our website, lv1gaming.com. LV the number 1 gaming.com. Bookmark that site. We got lots of content coming over there. Are you close to Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Hit me up.
Smithy.
The end of the month. Listen, boy, what we finna do, Bucko? What is we finna do? Cause yes, I am. That's right around the corner. Smitty in the chat. Listen, it's been one hell of a show. Again, you guys are freaking awesome. If you hit that like button, it helps us out a whole bunch. We're just trying to grow and have some fun. I don't even know if we live on TikTok. I don't think
We
we
are.
ever went.
We went live.
Dang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've been
Brandon
on
never told
TikTok for
nobody.
about an
Otherwise, I would've
hour.
been acknowledging them. My bad.
Yeah.
TikTok.
Setting a
My
Hey
fault.
TikTok.
But we're gonna get up out of here. We'll be back next Wednesday for 2:35. Make sure you guys come out and rock with it. We go live every Wednesday, 6 p.m. CST. Again, shout out to the Iron Lords for the raid.
I ain't gonna be here
Shout out
next
to
week.
everybody who came through. That's a
You're
bunch of
not?
y'all, so I can't name everybody, but I appreciate y'all.
Mhm.
With all that said, congratulations, you guys leveled up to 243. This is Double FD Podcast. We'll see you guys next week.
You look so
Peace.
creepy.
사랑해.
Honey.
Bye.